What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Thank you. There is a lady who was so frustrated because she's trying to hash out something with her friend, and her friend is not answering her calls because she doesn't want to deal with it. So the lady takes to the social media to make a video directly to the woman because the woman won't answer her phone. Now, I feel for this lady, and I agree with her 100%. I don't know what her name is. I know the friend's name is Brenda, and Brenda needs to tighten up. Okay? So you decide which person that you would be on their side during this little spat.
This is for Brenda, since you won't answer your phone. I know you watch my video. When somebody invites you to a party, that don't mean for you to act like no hog or dog. I cooked 5 slabs of ribs yesterday. You didn't. I'm not saying that you ate all the ribs, but you were huddled over the rib dish. You toted 5 or 6 plates away from here yesterday. You didn't ask me, could you do it? You took upon yourself and did it. The food is free. I didn't mind you taking no carry out after everybody get through eating. Give everybody a chance to get them a piece of rib, fish, and baked neck bone. I had shrimp. I had oysters. I had crab.
Ooh. So, I mean, that sounded like a spread.
Yeah.
That she had. And Brenda gonna go in there and take 5 plates to go carry out.
No, that ain't right.
She saw her toting
away.
5 plates away.
Wonder how many neck bones.
Come on, Brenda.
Yeah, in the neck bones.
Man, that sounded good to me.
Believe it or not, I've never had a baked neck bone.
Really?
Same.
No. What is that? Chicken neck or something? Turkey neck?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the other.
Ugh.
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen,
but
I get it.
Don't you like the turkey neck, Riggins?
I like it on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I've just never had a baked neck. I didn't know what that was.
I use smoked neck bones in my red beans and rice and my greens and stuff like that.
Okay. And you can buy those?
It up. Yeah.
Buy those at the store?
Uh-huh.
Is it more tender?
No.
Why do you use?
No, it's you get them smoked and it adds flavor to whatever it is you're cooking in them. You know, like a lot of people use ham hocks and fat back and things like that, salt pork, but smoked turkey necks do the same thing.
Yeah,
give it a little bit. You have my red beans and rice.
Yeah, it's real good. A lot of meat in it. I like the turkey neck because it's dark meat and it's like it is super tender. Mm-hmm. But I don't have it once a year.
Well, you start hanging out with this lady, she'd have it at a regular cookout. How much did she spend on all that? She said the food's free.
Yeah.
I don't mind you taking carry out. But 5 plates is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
Now, is that worse than when I knew this guy that worked at the radio station, and the record representatives from the companies would come by and take him out to dinner, and then he would always invite his wife to go with him, and then he would ask for to-go plate, like order to-go stuff for his kids and all at home. So he'd take like 5 to-go orders, full plates and stuff.
Yeah, that's bad. That's worse.
Yeah.
That's way worse.
Worse than taking an extra slab of ribs or something.
Yeah.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
So you've you've heard me talk about Mandu Charlotte, and now it's your time to go for absolutely free. Mandu Charlotte is an electromuscle stimulation workout. It's only 15 minutes, and it feels like you've been in the gym for hours. You're toner, leaner, stronger. You feel better in your clothes. You look better in your clothes. What's not to love? So check out Mandu Charlotte at tjriggins.com/fitness and get your first session free. Mandu Charlotte.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Okay, who wants to play the stereotype profiling game?
Ooh, me.
I don't. Why don't you play?
I'm not going to put you in any bind, Riggins, where you're going to get canceled or anything. Right, yeah. I would never. Yeah. Okay. So, if you heard a story about a 31-year-old man who was caught shoplifting a large number of one product, like if I went into the store and they said they caught me stealing 100 boxes of Q-tips. Okay, so this is what this shoplifting thing was. 31-year-old man goes into Walmart, let's say, wearing a Batman t-shirt and pajama pants. And he stole $200 worth of this item, which, give you a hint, $200 worth means it's a lot of the single item. It's not a big price item. So he had to steal a bunch of this one product to equal $200. Wearing a Batman t-shirt and pajama pants. What would you guess the product is that he wanted so badly that he would risk his freedom for it?
Okay, so it's an inexpensive item, and there's a lot of them. And he's wearing Batman shirt, pajama pants. I'm thinking it's a snack of some sort, maybe, like a 200 Slim Jims or bags of Doritos or.
No, I wasn't there, Riggins.
You're very close. Do you know? You have a guess, Lindsay?
Well, now that he's close, mine's far, but I was going to say Pokemon cards.
I was going to say that too, but I know Pokemon cards are kind of expensive now.
Oh, are they?
So it's warmer in the snack part.
Cheese balls.
Energy drinks.
Boom! Red Bull.
Energy drinks.
Red Bull is the answer. $200 worth of Red Bull.
Whoa.
He was tired.
Yeah, for real.
That's why he was in his pajamas.
I'm tired, but I can't sleep because I got all the Red Bull.
But yeah, I think if you see somebody walk into Walmart or any other retail establishment in the Publix and they're wearing a superhero t-shirt of any kind and pajama pants, follow them around the store.
You think?
Because I think they are bad, they're good suspects to be stealing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 years old, and you're stealing Red Bull?
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? Put on some pants. You're 30.
Yeah.
31.
31. Mm-hmm. You're wearing pajama pants and a Batman t-shirt stealing Red Bull.
Loaded them up into a shopping cart and then just walked out with them.
Oh, I was going to say, did he put them in his pants? But okay.
No, I mean, even Red Bull, it's expensive, but it would take a bunch of them to make $200 worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a loser.
So I think, that is easily the winner of the Stereotype of the Month award.
Yeah, for sure.
But Pokemon would have been a good guess too, and then the Cool Ranch Doritos was a good.
Yeah, we were close.
As long as we're stereotyping and profiling.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins.
New radio is your new marketing, advertising, and influencing dream option. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. The future of advertising is here. tjriggins.com/explosion.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Pop star Lizzo says the secret to her weight loss, it's not what you think it is. It's not that Ozempic. She said she tried it, but what really had a big effect on her losing many, many pounds was that she gave up her vegan lifestyle. She said, I didn't realize I was eating, instead of meat, I was eating all these fake meats and a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, a lot of rice. Yeah, and it was just a lot of calories. And she said by the end of the day, I was eating like 5,000 calories, even though it was vegan. It was a lot of calorie. So
you can look at some of those products that are, organic and stuff, and that like that Bobby approved kind of stuff, and it'll say on it, this is not a low calorie food.
Yeah, right.
So you're getting all the calories, you're just not getting the preservatives and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now she does take issue with people saying she lost weight, because she said, I don't like to tell people too much about releasing weight like what I did, because I don't want people to do what I did and it doesn't work for them. She calls it releasing weight, because by saying you're losing weight, she said, I didn't lose anything from me. I gained, myself back. So
she's been saying that for a while. It's stupid.
You don't like that?
It's something, it's something,
Dramatic.
It's something very, very Lizzo about that. When you get to a point where people are using your name as an adjective to describe you, oh my God, that is so Lizzo. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that you've developed. Yeah.
Did you ever try to go vegan, Lindsay?
No, but I had some friends that were vegan, and they always said they weren't getting enough protein, because when you're vegan, you're not eating meat, but you're also not eating like eggs and, so.
Peanut butter. No, you can eat peanut butter.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't have any animal products in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the beef stick. So.
Yeah, you like the vegan beef sticks.
Yeah.
So Lizzo revealing the secrets of her weight loss. She looks amazing. Good for Lizzo. Today is National Chocolate Pudding Day. One of TJ's favorite things ever.
Pudding.
National Chocolate Pudding Day. When was the last time you had chocolate pudding then?
Well, to be honest, chocolate is not my favorite. I like vanilla and banana better than chocolate, but I do like chocolate.
Okay.
I like a swirl.
Yeah, me too.
And I like vanilla and chocolate pudding together.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So happy National Chocolate Pudding Day.
I like homemade chocolate pudding, if that's what you're talking about. That gets the skin on top of it and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and you got to put like the cling wrap on it and make sure it doesn't get all nasty.
Yum.
Yeah.
Look at that pudding. Sexy pudding.
Give me that pudding, baby. And then starting tomorrow, Buffalo Wild Wings is releasing all-you-can-eat appetizers for just $9.99. So fried pickles, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, chips and salsa, and what they call hatch queso.
Oh,
so
yeah.
A spicier
Getting
queso.
trendy now.
Yeah, so bottomless apps, $9.99 if you want to head over to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's one of your son's favorites.
Yeah, he loves it.
The young guys, they love it.
Not one of my wife's favorites, so it's one of those, your mama's visiting family in Louisiana, where you want to go eat? Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Gotta wait till she's gone.
I don't know why she wouldn't like that. It's not her speed.
No, she says she doesn't like the way the food tastes. That's all.
No. It's a little thing. It's a little thing.
It's nothing big. It's just I don't like the way the food tastes.
That's all.
Other than that, it's a great place.
It's great. Starting tomorrow, we got some real angry people on our Facebook page the other day, and it was an innocent question, but people are fired up. I'll tell you about it next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream it on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or even from your smart home devices. You might be saying, hey, Riggins, I can't listen live. Well, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, the Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast, all of your favorites every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com.
Hey, it's TJ, the #1 influencer for Cozy Earth. And, they're having a big thing going on now with summer deals up to 55% off. They say they made too much stuff. Other people say it's overstocked, but Cozy Earth's a little too classy to say that. That's right. So you still get that big 41% discount when you go to tjriggins.com/deals and then use the code TJ at checkout. Cozy Earth is fantastic. Check them out today and save.
Book your stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. That's where all of our guests stay because it's awesome. They've even got 2 spectacular restaurants on site. You're going to love your stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Book your stay today at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
It's hot, y'all. It's real hot. I was talking to Lindsay the other day on a Zoom call. She was like, how's your day going? I was like, I'm just sweating all day. I got so much sweat on my back. Like, it's just, it's nasty. Like, right through my shirt.
At that
But
wedding
you're
I
not
was
alone.
at that wedding this weekend, people go to hug you. I haven't seen them in a long time. And you're like, hey, and I'm sorry, I'm sweating. Like,
Yeah.
You know, because you're going to hug me and you're going to feel that on my back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's why I left my suit coat on all the time.
What's the disclaimer you have to give before somebody hugs you? You know, just a heads up. I'm very sweaty. I'm wet, but bring it on in. I don't mind if you don't.
When I started the natural deodorant,
Yeah.
if it was someone I was kind of close to, I'd be like, now, listen, if you smell me, let me know. That was my disclaimer, you know?
Well, Lindsay said she was at a swim team practice or something. She said I got up from the chair, and it looked like I had been in the pool.
Yeah. I was soaking wet. People were like, did you go swimming? No, I'm just, my dress is just soaking wet.
Your girl's wet. Yeah, that's all it is. But we're in this heat wave especially in the Carolinas where we live. But it's really all the East Coast and parts of the Midwest as well, and triple-digit temperatures as it's been all week. But I posted this thing on Facebook, on our Facebook page at TJ Riggins Show. This is what I wrote. People are so upset. Remember, they said you should turn your AC to 78 degrees when you're at home. And I posted a bunch of like laughing emojis like, haha, are y'all doing that? Because I know we don't do that.
No.
78 degrees but that's what they all recommend,
Yeah.
But people were just livid, like Fallon, who said, I ain't French, ain't no we to it. And I went, I didn't write we. I don't know what. I'm not saying you should do it. I was asking, like, y'all aren't doing this right.
Right. And you didn't use the word we,
Yeah,
so that it's not, it's not applicable there.
No, and she put it in quotes like I had said.
Yeah.
And then, that was like the top like
When it
comment.
was clearly a joke, like,
Yeah.
It's like, this is ridiculous. We're not doing this.
Obviously not. But Steffi said, hell no. 73 and 70 when I go to bed. I'm too old to be hot in my own home that I pay for. Now, that sounds like TJ, doesn't it?
Yeah. Except 73. Get out of here.
73 is a little
Yeah.
low for some people as well.
I'm in the 60s, baby.
Yeah, so a lot of people pointed out I'm between 65 and 68, and then they gave their reasons. I'm pre-menopause, so I got hot flashes, and I've got all the fans on going.
But it's weird, you can use your air conditioner as much as you want until you really need it, and then they tell you not to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's so stupid.
They're real quiet the rest of the year.
Right. It's because we're overloading the power grid with all these apartments and electric cars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So when you get hot and sweaty, blame somebody in an electric car.
That's what you should do?
Yep.
That's it.
Mean mug them every time you see them. Well, they say 78 when you're home, 85 when you're away,
What?
and 82 when you're sleeping.
That's stupid.
They are smoking? No way.
I mean, can you 82 when you're going to bed?
I guarantee you the ones who recommend that are not doing it.
You don't think so?
No.
For thee, but not for me kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Wow. So, yeah, people are very upset, but I get it. When you start talking about temperatures in the home, people are not trying to hear, keep it warmer than they want it.
Yeah, because people aren't communists.
There you go.
They don't want to hear all that communist stuff.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Lindsay, I can't can't believe we forgot to ask you, how was your swim meet the other night where you had to swim? It was, what do they call it? The parents' relay?
The parent relay for our neighborhood swim team. It was something. They put me against the tallest man I've ever met. He was like 6'9", and he swam at Chapel Hill.
Okay. If you're not familiar with, that's what North Carolina people call the University of North Carolina. They call it Chapel Hill because that's where it is. Okay.
Yeah. So that was fun.
But how did you do though? You got second?
We got second. So, there's 4 people on the relay. I swam a lap. We had 2 women, 2 men. And we got second. They came in first, the hot shot that was a giant. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
Is he the one that organized the whole, this will be fun if the parents swim against each other? You think that was his idea?
Probably. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're probably right. He's like, what would be, what's a great idea, guys? If I get to show off.
But I mean, is a lap, because we didn't have a swim team when I was growing up in Winfield, Louisiana, because we didn't do Yankee sports. But is a lap down or is a lap down and back?
Just one, like a 25 is what they call it, is just down. So one lap.
Why do they call it a 25?
I guess it's 25 meters. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted to make another point as to why we didn't have it in Winfield, Louisiana. Is because we wasn't using nothing with the metric system. Because we as Americans.
Right.
I don't support any metric sport. Anything where they use metrics, I don't support it.
Well, and it's confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was little and I was swimming, they'd be like, okay, you're going to do a 300. And I'd be like,
ooh, that's 3 football fields.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Got to do math. Got to be smart.
Yeah. And then
anyway.
We use the system that we use, which means that it's better than anybody else's system.
Right.
So everybody else, they can use what they want to use, but when we're doing America stuff, we're going to use yards and feet and miles. That's what the rule ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Gallons.
That's right.
Yeah. Not metric tons. Foot pounds. That's what we need to be using is foot pounds. I don't know what a foot pound is.
I have no idea.
Did y'all learn about foot pounds?
No. That sounds like using how many bags of rats does that weigh? It's different systems down there. How many pitchforks can that hold?
Yeah. I mean, how many bicycles can you fit in that circle? That's what the circumference is. Yeah. But foot pounds is a thing, or used to be.
Never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't either.
Okay. Well, maybe during the break you can juggle it and see.
Find out.
All right.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
I don't know if I've ever talked about how obsessed I am with Lily and Grace. I could live in this store. They have everything from bedding, rugs, pillows, gifts, vases, dishes, you name it. Not only that, Robin, the owner, will come to your house and help you design anything you want. She'll help you design your whole house if you just want some rugs, pillows. It's amazing. I was just mentioning the other day I needed a new foyer entry lighting, and she was like, I can get you that, girl. They do everything. It's phenomenal. Check out Lily and Grace in Langtree today.
The TJ and Jody's House podcast is sponsored by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress, but you probably already knew that. Family owned and operated, they are simply the best with multiple locations, beautiful furniture, and luxurious mattresses. Visit them in person or online at tjriggins.com/mattress.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay. This is what a foot-pound is.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
A unit of energy equal to the amount required to raise 1 pound a distance of 1 foot.
Wait, I'm sorry.
A unit of energy equal to the amount required to raise 1 pound a distance of 1 foot. A unit of torque equal to the force of 1 pound acting perpendicularly to an axis of rotation at a distance of 1 foot.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet you them engineers use that all the time.
Probably.
I bet if you're in the engineering world, you probably use foot-pounds.
Yeah. Probably. It's a unit of energy, not an actual weight.
Right.
That's
Because just
deceiving.
say, like, if you weighed one of my feet, it wouldn't weigh as much as one of Lindsay's feet.
You think?
What are you trying to say? My foot's going to weigh more than yours?
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, yours would be a foot 10 pounds.
Sasquatch.
Wait, I really do think my foot weighs more than you. More than your foot.
No, I don't think so.
I think
mine's
so.
Mine's got a lot of fluid in it.
Swallow.
Let me take a couple of days of water pills, flush my system, then we can get a more accurate measurement.
Fat foot.
Yeah, you know how women always do that. They'll hold their ankles and feet out front and go, "Look how swollen I am."
Yeah. Carrying water.
Yeah.
My little friend Jenny will do that. We'll go out on the boat and she'll say, "All right, now look at my feet and ankles now, and you can see veins." Mm-hmm. And then about an hour later, she gets in the beers, no veins,
Really?
just like puffed up completely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never see veins in mine if it makes her feel any better. Mine are just permanent puff.
She got veins in her legs?
Yeah, in her feet.
In her feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
top of her
Okay.
foot, yeah.
Like a normal skinny foot would be.
Trying to picture what that looks like. I'm like, oh yeah, you got to be skinny to know what that feels like. I'm like, that's weird.
Ooh. You mean her lap doesn't sweat after she's been sitting for a while?
I'm confused here. I don't fully get it.
Well, I didn't even think about it that way though. I use in my day-to-day life, I use foot-pound measurements all the time.
That's a lie.
So I'm basically an engineer. My son got a record player yesterday. Just one of those little basic record players for some reason. He paid $100 for it at Target, and it sucks.
Does it really?
So he buys an album, and it was $30 for the album. Brings it home, and he said, help me. I don't know how to do this. And so I'm like Mr. Expert. And the first thing I did in unwrapping it and everything was rip the needle off of it.
No, you didn't.
Oh my God. Did he have to take it back?
No, I got it back on there. I fixed it.
Okay.
But I was like, what happened? He said, you're not supposed to take that part off.
The needle?
Yeah. So I'm basically an engineer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ripping stuff.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ Riggins Prime Plus members get all of the shows commercial free, plus a segment called Extra Extra Funny. All for the low price of $4.99 a month or $54.89 for a 12-month subscription. Sign up at the Media Center at tjriggins.com.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
The reviews are in for the new Mountain Dew Dragon Fruit flavor that's available exclusively at Walmart and some Taco Bell locations. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it, know your audience. Give it. I think it makes perfect sense. But fans love it. They say you don't even have to be a Mountain Dew fan to enjoy this new flavor. They call it a splash of exotic flavor because dragon fruit.
Yeah, we don't have that in America, do we? We don't have any dragon fruit orchards.
I don't know much about the dragon fruit. It doesn't sound like it's from America.
That's the one with the little black dots in it, right?
It has no flavor. Yeah, it's like white with black dots on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
The outside is kind of odd looking. It's got the
kind of pinkish,
kind
right?
of pinkish purple. So, but if it doesn't have any flavor, I don't know why they would throw it in a Mountain Dew. You'd think a Mountain Dew drinker wants like an explosion of flavor. So, but they do say it tastes exotic, whatever that means. But they like it. So, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm sure your top Mountain Dew customers are really familiar with exotic flavors.
Right.
World travelers.
Yeah, good palate.
I've been across the world.
Yeah.
Still have my Mountain Dew dragon fruit flavor. So you
And
can
what flavor do they not like? They like every flavor that comes out.
I don't know. Rob was naming the other day ones that he didn't care for when they came
Yeah,
out.
the
with
sugar-free ones.
TJ was talking about those flavors that were discontinued, and one that Rob said he really loved was like Melon Madness or something like that. So you can buy this in 12-pack cans, 12 packs, or 20-ounce bottles. So you can go check that out if you like. They say millennial parents are bringing back 90s names. They've been documenting some of the names that have gotten really popular in the last year. Kelsey and Brianna, Shania jumped a few spots. Brittany, Sabrina, Diana. But the more
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Celine.
Crystal.
I mean, Demi, Alanis, Mariah, Whitney. But the surprising one that's jumped a lot of spots was Winona.
Really?
Winona has jumped several spots. So Gwyneth, Kate, Julia also on the list of 90s names that are coming back.
Yeah. I guess, a lot of people get their name ideas from celebrities and stuff. Too.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Would you name a baby Winona? You love her.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with the name, but it just wouldn't be on my list really of names to pick.
Would you be mad if I said you look like Winona on a motorcycle?
Not at all. Okay. I would say, well, thanks. I've been working hard on slimming down a little bit.
Thank you, actually. And then Bojangles trending this morning. They've introduced this breakfast burrito, their first breakfast burrito on the menu. Here's what it has. Fluffy eggs, country-style sausage, crispy bow rounds, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and Southern-style sausage gravy, all wrapped up in a tortilla.
That sounds delicious.
What a way to start your day.
Yeah. And considering it's coming from Bojangles, it's high quality.
You know it's going to be good.
Top quality, yeah.
Do you go about your day after eating one of those? No. Or do you just go home and take a nap? Is that like hangover food?
You go straight to the restroom.
You go straight to the restroom.
No, I mean, I eat that, and then while I'm in the truck, and then I reach in the bag and get the Cajun filet biscuit with cheese that I'm going to eat behind that.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
People ask me all the time, what do you love about R. Gregory Jewelers? Well, I'm going to tell you, R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville is a family-run company. So they find you the best deals at the best prices with the friendliest service. You're not in an awkward situation where someone's like a pushy sales associate. They don't do any of that. And they really want to help you find the diamond or the jewelry or the watch of your dreams. So check out R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville today. R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
The TJ and Riggins Show stream is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, North Carolina. They're family owned and operated, and they speak diamond. Find something beautiful at tjriggins.com/diamond.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
There's an article out that's making all kinds of headlines in the world of the internet. This is the title of the article. It's not just you. We're all mad at our husbands.
Oh, God.
And she goes on. Well, here's the line that stands out that everybody's talking about. As more moms are running away from the often depicted roles of primary caregiver, supermom, and martyr by doing less, they find their husbands struggling to make the leap towards doing more. So the whole article basically points out that since women are working more, they want their husbands to step up, and they're basically tired of waiting for him to do that without being asked.
Yeah.
She says when they go out to dinner, it has just become, no matter what friend group she's in, like TJ says, they're all doing the same thing. They're all complaining about their husbands, but the worst thing that you can do when a woman is complaining about her husband is to say things like, oh, it's not that bad, or it could be worse. And she says, well, of course it could be worse. I'm just trying to vent to you.
Yeah, because it's a competition between the women, and the competition is who has it the worst. That's the competition. And if you try to say you've got it worse than I do, or that I don't have it as badly as I say I have it, then that's a slap in the face.
It's disrespectful.
Yes. Yeah, you're supposed to say, oh my God, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how, I don't have what it takes to be able to take what you're taking. Because they want not only to be validated in everything they're feeling, they want to also be put into the situation where you're a martyr. You're a victim and a martyr.
Okay.
For doing it. And the other women at the table are, they're fighting for their position as number one martyr and victim.
Yeah. I have it the word. And what's the what do they get out of being the biggest, like, who suffers the most? Just the feeling that they have it harder than others?
And that they're right. I knew it. I've been feeling this, and one day I started feeling, well, maybe I don't have it as badly as I think I do, but now I know I do. And so, I'm validated in the way that I feel toward him.
Yeah.
When he's really done nothing.
Yeah.
To hurt me.
They said these feelings typically spike for women around the age of 40.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And they said that's because that's the time when a 40-year-old woman typically has toddlers or young kids going into their teenage years. They said that is the most stressful time for the mother. Therefore, it leads to her venting more, complaining more about her husband.
Yeah.
So is it the toddler or the teenage years? What? Because I'm going to be 40 and then in my 50s. So is this just going to...
I think you got a few more years ahead of you of whatever you're feeling now. If you really like complaining about your husband.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even talk about him. Is that bad?
You're like, Kyle, who?
Yeah.
Who's that?
When we're on vacation, when we're with the girls, they don't even come out of our mouths. So,
yeah, I mean, because you really don't have anything to complain about with your husband. He's hands-on with the kids. He's a great provider. He's smart. He handles a lot of things to complement all of the stuff that you do that are good things for the kids in the house and everything. So your biggest complaint about him is that he doesn't gossip with you.
See, I do have things to complain about. I just don't talk about it.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Prime Plus members get extra funny, commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at tjriggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I saw this this morning, Riggins. I didn't watch the video or listen to it. The first thing I thought was, I can't wait to go tell Riggins that this happened. I don't even know the details about it, but I just know incident, what caused it. Green Day, the old, burnt out, 90s band, Green Day. Their lead singer his name's Billy Joe Armstrong, and his grandfather Neil, I think disowned him years ago. He is a little anger ball.
Yeah, he is.
From what I understand. And he was on stage at a Hurricane Festival last night or the other night. And they were performing Jesus of Suburbia, which I'm not familiar with that fine selection. But somebody shot him with a squirt gun.
Uh-oh.
And he went off on him.
Uh-oh.
It says Billy Joe gets into it with a fan at Hurricane Festival during Jesus of Suburbia. And then it's a clip, a TikTok video of him taking his guitar off and pointing out and yelling and screaming. Little fella.
Yeah, he's a little guy. Getting mad about a squirt gun. That's funny, though. Somebody had a squirt gun in the front row. They're like, shut up.
Not even a super soaker, just like a...
Yeah. And it didn't take but one drop to hit him. He's such a little, fragile fella.
Please, you're 55 wearing eyeliner. Get a grip.
That's why he was mad. That water was making his makeup run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his hair is all crazy and looks like. That's he's got the little boy's haircut. Literally, like you used to get when you were a kid. You say, "I want the little boy's haircut." That's what he's got.
Sure.
He's got a little boy's haircut.
Yeah. He's always seemed so angry. He's always angry.
Because hasn't he battled heroin addiction and things like that?
I don't know.
He had some addiction issues?
I don't know.
Usually when people go through that and they clean up and all, they're nice.
Yeah, you think. Yeah.
If he even, I'm not sure.
Is this the guy with the black spiky hair?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I thinking
Well, it's blonde now at the moment. It's blonde. And you can see him pulling the guitar off of himself. He's a little fella. He looks like a kid.
Yeah, he's tiny.
a little boy trying to take something big off of him so he can act bad.
Don't squirt me with that water gun.
Did you squirt me? Clown.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
I don't know if I've ever talked about how obsessed I am with Lily and Grace. I could live in this store. They have everything from bedding, rugs, pillows, gifts, vases, dishes, you name it. Not only that, Robin, the owner, will come to your house and help you design anything you want. She'll help you design your whole house if you just want some rugs, pillows. It's amazing. I was just mentioning the other day I needed a new foyer entry lighting, and she was like, I can get you that, girl. They do everything. It's phenomenal. Check out Lily and Grace in Langtree today.
Hey, TJ and Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. I'm their number one influencer, So go to Cozy Earth by hitting up tjriggins.com/deals and then use the promo code TJ to get 41% off.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D-Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Okay, I'm going to clear something up here from the quick research that I have done. Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day, I don't think was addicted to heroin. This is pills and alcohol.
Okay.
Is what he struggled with.
Well, it's an opiate. Pills and heroin, I believe, are both opiates. So, yeah, he definitely struggled with something.
Yeah. And that's why, he's been through the rehab and all. You'd think he'd be nice now, but he's not. He's not nice. In my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Now, this video I love. You know how a lot of places will say, if anybody's got something to say about the dearly departed here at the funeral, come on up.
Sure.
Well, this wasn't one of those situations. It was supposed to be family only, but somebody ran up to the microphone and did a fantastic eulogy.
They told me it was family only, but Craig was my
That was my brother, bro. Hey, when I started my first club in Bakersfield, Craig said, Stacy P, I'm going to give you the money. Make sure my name is on the flyer. And we did that. Craig Hunter, hey, bro, I love you. I love you, bro. I don't even want to, like, put you in the grave right now, Mike. But we going to do this. Dog, on East Side, Mid-City crib.
They're yelling, no. They're in church.
Sounds like they're in a club, like back in the day.
That's amazing.
We gonna do it anyway.
I don't want to put you in the grave right now, but we gonna do it anyway. Like, let's get my man in that grave, Craig.
Sounds like when you used to be in the clubs back in the.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's Stacy P is a club lady.
Yeah.
That's the business she was in. Mm-hmm. Probably still is. She's in my first club, right?
Yeah.
First club.
The only thing he wanted was for his names to be on those flyers.
I'm going to give you the money, but I just want my name on the flyer.
I thought you was going to say on the sign outside, but no, the flyer.
Yeah. Just the flyers will be fine.
Yeah.
Another Uncle Craig production.
Yeah. He says, Stacy P, I'm going to give you this money. I just want to be on the flyers.
It sounded like Stacy P had been drinking a little bit.
There was a couple slurs in there. Yeah. Bakersfield.
Bless. Bless.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God.
I love it. This is TJ and Riggins.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
This is an important week. This is the wedding week for Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez in Venice, Italy. A lot of celebrities attending the wedding. Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, and his wife is the astronaut that flew to space with Katy Perry and Gayle King. But Tom Brady allegedly in attendance. Not the only NFL player. Tony Gonzalez as well. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. So some big names out there, big celebrity names out there in Italy for this wedding. But they're keeping things very hush-hush. They did have a foam party the other night, which was interesting to see.
So the activities that they have been involved with during all of this big celebration seems more like the wedding would be taking place in Venice, Louisiana than in Venice, Italy.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Venice, Louisiana, the fishing capital of the world, though.
Is that right?
The way. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Catching more fish than anybody else. What makes it the fishing capital?
Fishing is plentiful there in,
Okay.
in the ocean, in the Gulf.
Yeah, it might
Gulf
make
of America.
It might make more sense in Venice, Louisiana than it does because locals in Venice, Italy are very upset. They're even threatening to blow up inflatable crocodiles and put them in the water to keep, to sort of spoil the fun that they're having.
Oh, they would love that, though. They're trashy. They would love that.
Inflatable floats? Come on. Sounds like a good time. So we'll keep an eye on those wedding festivities in case anything fun comes up. There's a viral TikTok trend where people are greasing their skillets with cucumbers. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
If you don't want to use oil or butter, just cut a cucumber in half and rub it around the surface, and it gives you a non-stick surface. But culinary experts are saying, it doesn't last. It's not very consistent across the pan, and it's not going to help you scramble your eggs any easier.
And you can't put a high heat on it. I mean, it's just
dumb stuff. Dumb things.
Butter's better than a cucumber, so sorry.
Yeah, and your stuff's going to taste like cucumbers, which I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what these eggs could use? Some cucumber.
Perfect. And then one woman is warning people that are selling their homes and starting to live full-time on cruise ships. She says it's not all fun and roses.
No.
You don't say.
She says she's an introvert, and she says she has to spend a lot of time in her cabin. She said, imagine your bedroom right now and cut it in half and stuff all your things in there. And especially if you're an introvert, you spend a lot of time in your cabin. It's not as fun as it seems.
But how in the world would an introvert think that would be good? Even if you're not in the little tiny cabin, you're still, every time you walk out, you're just bombarded with people all around you.
Yeah. She also said the food gets a little monotonous. Really?
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
In honor of the 4th of July holiday, here are some facts that they won't teach you in school.
Oh boy.
People think the American dream is all pie in the sky, but there's more up there than just pie.
Right now, get up to 15% off bedroom furniture during our Independence Day sales event. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
So there's this viral video of a woman named Susan Fowler, and she documents her experience after divorcing her husband. She says, every time I pack up my stuff and haul it to the car, I'm so thankful it's me doing this instead of my kids. And our kids lives are far less upset than if they had 2 rooms, 2 homes. So her and her ex-husband are doing that thing called bird nesting, where they keep the family home and one parent moves in and out every couple of weeks. So she says it's working great for her. She documents herself like walking out with her bags and stuff, and she was kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
They've got 5 kids. They adopted 3 of them during the pandemic.
How?
I don't know.
Pandemic didn't last that long.
Yeah.
You're not kidding. So they must have done it in a relatively short amount of time, adopting 3 kids. But one of them is 21. The youngest, I think, is 11. So it's like 11, 13, 15, 16, and 21, I believe. But yeah, it's working out great for them.
Wow.
I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah.
Would you be able to leave your house to your, God forbid you, and something happens in your marriage, would you be able to walk out and leave your kids?
Never.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be Lindsay's answer. He's getting out. You're kicking him out.
See ya. Put the taco down.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
But I do see where that's better for the kids, because the kids didn't do anything to warrant being uprooted all the time and their lives thrown into a loop. I get the concept behind that, because it's a problem with the parents. It's not a problem with the kids. So
maybe
that's what I look at this thing, even though it seems like I wouldn't like this sort of thing because it's new age and all that. I look at it as anything that's going to keep the children as in a normal situation as possible.
Yeah.
Because they're already going through, crazy stuff with their parents splitting up to begin with.
Yeah. You always hear people say like, oh, you got to tell your kids it's not their fault. Do parents ever tell their kids like, yeah, it's your fault, that's why we're getting divorced?
Mine did, yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I love that.
No.
This is your fault.
It didn't matter because, I was 24.
True. Yeah. It wouldn't have affected you either way.
They were just looking for a scapegoat.
This is your fault, Richie.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible. So bird nesting, the hot new trend in 2025, if you're thinking about splitting up.
I hate the name.
Same.
I will say that. I hate the name of it.
You couldn't be a bird nester?
No.
You're a bird. You little bird.
I'm nesting.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at TJRiggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.